Good afternoon, everyone. It's Wednesday, June 14th. This is Spartan News. I'm the Spartan. I wanted to provide you with sort of a late afternoon, early evening update. Won't take too long. We're basically going to recap the latest on the soap opera between the Wagner Group and the Kadyrovites, specifically Ramzan Kadyrov and his missing friend. We'll then go around the horn and basically cover off some of the recent interesting news items and video clips, and we'll touch on what the thumbnail is alluding to, which is potentially a massive strike on Russian troops again due to the fault of a commander, and then we'll finish off with the little hero returning home recognition, and that'll be it. So to start with, let's get back into we'll just do a little quick recap on the soap opera. Ramzan Kadyrov's right-hand man, Adam Delemkanov, was rumored to have been killed in Primorsk. He is a member of the Russian State Duma and head of the Chechen branch Rosgvardia. Russian media report that Delemkanov was wounded but alive. This is Russian media. This is not Ukrainian media. Approximately 200 orc soldiers were stationed where this strike took place. I'd already given that update earlier today. So then the next update after that was Kadyrov just offered a reward for Ukrainian intelligence, for any information about his right-hand man. I'll recap this one again. It's just a quick online post that Kadyrov put out there. This is translated from his post. I myself can't find him in any way. He doesn't get in touch. I ask Ukrainian intelligence to provide information on exactly what place and what positions were hit so that I can still find my dear brother. I promise a generous reward and I ask you to help. I'm not making this up. This is legit. He actually did that. The latest in the saga. Now, remember that Kadyrov is most likely either in eastern Ukraine and or in Chechnya. I would believe in Chechnya. He doesn't really travel to front lines. And this is what he put out. Kadyrov claims that Delemkanov is fine and not even injured. Not only that, but they flew somewhere to meet each other and sat down to review a war map on a lawn somewhere. Thanks to everyone who was worried. Adam Sultanovich is alive and well and not even injured. I knew this from the very beginning of the fake stuffing reporting, but I decided to show everyone, primarily Ukrainians, to what extent their media have sunk. Excuse me. This is how much you need to disrespect your audience in order to brazenly lie, knowing that lies can be refuted. And when I added fuel to the fire, the fake authors themselves believed in their fairy tale. Again, the reporting came from Russian media. Buzzing and discussing this delusion of fantasy of the Ukro-Nazis, in which they not only killed the hero of Russia, but almost 200 of our fighters. We are with dear brothers, the guys that he's sitting around the map with. Akhmat units are in place, including fortifying themselves on the Russian border in the Belgorod region. That's a new one. We discussed the current situation, the redistribution of forces, and means of our units. So, apparently, this guy is alive and well and flew to meet Kadyrov, and all is well in the soap opera. So believe what you want. I just share the air quote news or the soap opera. Okay, so we're going to go around the horn real quick and see some interesting videos and clips. In Tavria area, Ukrainian defense forces continue to dislodge the Russians from their positions. And I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. It looks like it's carrying a couple of missiles. But here we go. Oh. It's no longer carrying a couple of missiles. That is quite impressive. We'll most likely see that tomorrow as special equipment. There you go. That could be under anti-aircraft system tomorrow, or it could be, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I could not recognize what that vehicle was. The Ukrainian unit GWF group, which is Guys Without Fear, hits an anti-tank mine on a Humvee in the Zaporizhia direction. The Humvee is totally destroyed, but the main thing is the crew is all alive. Humvees are not meant to hit anti-tank mines, even the up-armored ones. There's the hit. And this guy was thrown completely out of the Humvee. And then you can just see the wreckage. I actually think two vehicles were hit. Because that was the Humvee in the back and there's another vehicle in the front. So that's the Humvee and the other vehicle. So they both hit mines. There was potentially some injuries, but everybody survived, which is good news. Kind of a scary hit. Okay, next up. Pilots of the Birds of Magyar, Jaga Jaga, are working around Velika Novosilka. In this video, they show how they burn tanks. Magyar's birds used to be in Bakhmut long ago, and now I think he's started up a couple more subunits, or I don't know what they're called, but I remember him making an announcement that they were kind of having more units spread around.
Ой-ой-ой, ще одна детонація.
What's that, BTR? It's hard to see. It's using the white hot thermal camera. Nice hit in the, I think it's the engine bay. Oh, another one's coming. Double tap. And that one did a little more damage.
Детонацію не засняли, але бачили її візуально з вулиці. Височки, він гарненько горить.
It's a 3.5 minute video.
Ну довгенько розгорався, довгенько. Моторний отсек 2 велочки. БК шльопнуло півгодини десь пройшло.
Да.
Танчик догорає.
Давай трохи ближче до нього.
Там тут нього шмаркає.
Ой-ой-ой, ще одна детонація.
Ще разочок. А як так, два що ли? Дві детонації? Якось дохіра. Раз, два, раз. Гарнесенько. Гарнесенько.
Ми маємо
And yeah, you can see the heat signature, but I can't tell again. Looks like a barrel. This could be a tank. Or is that this? No, that's the same one. Is it? It's just burning afterwards. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was a fresh one with a heat signature on top. They're really giving her.
Yeah.
make sure this thing is not recoverable. Oh, geez, a fourth.
І ти спрацюй. Є! Все. Все. Допалили. Ну ось.
Might have been overkill, guys.
Роботи. 2 танка, обидва горять. Один вже догорає, другий нормально так розгорається, але походу в ньому нема БК.
Там вже є, він тільки почав розгоратися. Він тільки почав розгоратися.
Oh, they're switching back and forth from standard
Факт в тому, що
to thermal.
він слюкав слючки вже.
Just making sure it totally burns off. I think it's good.
Стане по добу.
Коротше, окрім танка, розгорілась хата і в ній рветься БК.
В день результати
There's the aftermath, daylight hours.
Ціль номер 1.
So it was a tank. I apologize. I recall seeing the end of this video and I just didn't remember that one.
Підтверджуємо, що
And there's a turret toss.
вразив танк і будівлю з БК, бо згоріло все вщент.
And there's a rescued cat. There you go. Okay, moving on up. Next up, 5 recent. Oh yeah, so this almost was. I almost made this the thumbnail title. So it appears that there was a brigade of Mr. S SPGs, all in the same area, and they were all hit. It's in. I don't think I've ever seen this many SPGs, let alone Mr. S's in the same area. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all confirmed kills. And I think I might have accidentally deleted it, but there is a video. There are several videos of the Mr. S's being hit, and I apologize. I don't know if I copied over. Copied over the links. Let's try this. One of them was a very clear there was 2 hits. Here we go. Russia lost 5 Mr. S, all in basically the same farm field. So there's the 2 parked in the tree line. 1 hit. The next one hit. It was 2 shots by HIMARS. There's the aftermath. More aftermath. That's 2 of the 5. All 5 were confirmed. Here we go. Here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably not the best idea to park them all so close together. Let's see. Here we go. This is why I didn't use the link. There's 1. And 2. And the blast on these is just incredible. There you go. So yeah, so Russia's down 5 Mr. S, and those are, I think, all visually confirmed. So Oryx will have it, and it should be on tomorrow's loss report as well. Next up, what do we have here? Oh yes. So clearing enemy positions near Bakhmut, grenades and bullets are always the first to enter the Russian army dugout. You can just watch the professionalism, methodical professionalism of these guys as they cleared trenches, all of which appear to be empty, but you gotta be sure.
Я другий, картоха третій. Картоха цинкуєш право, ми з кулером йдемо вперед. Граната кулер. Я буду контролити. Відбій по гранаті. А ні, не відбій.
So these guys took empty ammo canisters, filled them with dirt, and made a little barrier for themselves. Look at the trash, my God.
Плюс.
So you throw a grenade in, put some safety shots in there. Same thing, grenade and then shots to be sure.
Контроль. Контроль есть, запрыгиваем. До блиндажа, пацаны, до блиндажа.
That time it was shots first, then a grenade.
На нахуй. Крей.
I think this is a thermite grenade, I think it's called.
Зачистка пройшла успішно, одного підара законтролили.
And always clear trenches in comfort with some New Balance shoes. That's what I say. Damage and destruction of... Oh, this is the Mistas. Okay, I'm not going to show you that. I dropped it in the wrong spot. That's why. That's where it was. I knew I dropped the video for those Mistas somewhere close by. I apologize. Anyways. Okay. So, before we get into the mystery places, here is what the thumbnail is alluding to. So Russian Telegram channels are saying that a Russian unit was struck by HIMARS this morning on the Crimea front with a 100 KIA and 100 WIA. They were reportedly waiting near the front for a speech from a commander for hours. So, first of all, there's no video evidence so far, but there are numerous separate Russian Telegram channels that are all confirming the exact same thing, that a large amount of several hundred, a couple to several hundred Russian soldiers were all called together in one area and told to wait for a very important speech by a commander. The commander was a no-show for hours, a couple of hours, to the point where they were standing there for so long that apparently intelligence, rumors, word, whatever got around to the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians were able to locate the positions of the troop gathering and call in some HIMARS strikes. And this is the gentleman who made those hundreds of people wait. Yeah, so I'm not going to read all of that, but basically that's just some of the snippets from Telegram, basically blaming this individual for gathering them all together and costing, by the sounds of it, at least 100 lives. So that's something to watch for online tonight and tomorrow. I'm sure something that large, if it's allowed, I'm sure that you were going to see some aftermath, either videos, destroyed barracks or building or whatever they were in. It was not clear whether they were on a parade square or whether they were inside a building waiting for the speech. But anyways, I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. So the Russian losses, really quick, for anybody who didn't see this morning or today, kind of a standard day, and it's sad to say that's a standard day, but 680 troops did not pass go, did not collect $200. Well, then maybe they did. 11 APVs, 9 vehicles and fuel tanks, 8 tanks, 17 artillery, 15 UAVs, 2 MLRS, 13 cruise missiles, 1 anti-aircraft warfare system, 5 special equipment, and we're just shy of about $66 billion in total cost estimates for Russian losses in the war. Next up, Ukrainian soldier having the time of his life watching Mi-24 Hind helicopters, Ukrainian Hind helicopters, fire their rockets at enemy positions, like literally just over his head. And you need to play Fortunate Son. by CCR. If you want to match up what the soundtrack is, I'm going to play like 5 seconds and then I'm going to stop it because I don't want to get copyrighted. There we go. Nope. So these are Mi-24 high-end helicopters. I really enjoy them. Like I know they're Russian designed and built, whatever, but they are kind of cool, tough, badass looking helicopters. I believe Rambo took one of these on in like Rambo 3, I think it was, 2 or 3. Anyways. And this guy's just loving it. Loving life. It's pretty cool to have those do that over your head. 2 Russian 152 millimeter Mistaz self-propelled. Oh, I think that's the one we... Yeah, no, I've seen that. That was from earlier today. Ukrainian kamikaze quadcopter destroys a Russian IFV. This one was also in my mid-afternoon quick update. But in case you didn't see that... These are basically the kamikaze racing drones. Oh, jeez. Right there. And clearly got an ammo detonation. That's like probably the best drone hit I've ever seen. Complete decimation. Okay, next up, Lancet strike on a P-18 surveillance radar with high-tech wood components. I believe this was a decoy. It's hard to tell for sure, but it looks like the Ukrainians put out a wooden decoy to bring in the Lancet, and it worked. Now, other people are saying that that it's actually a radar dish underneath the wood, and the wood is somehow a cope cage. I don't believe that Ukrainians were putting up a wooden cope cage. This looks like these were pre-cut and made to look like the flat side of the radar dish from a ways away, and that one's got wood on that side too. Not typically what you put up on a radar dish. It wouldn't be working. It's an old truck with wood on top of. Anyways, that's my estimation. Is this is a complete decoy and it worked, but. There you go. Annoying song. All right. Happy birthday to Roman, one of the most famous Bakhmut video posters. He said hi to Jake Bro yesterday and let him know it was his birthday today. So happy birthday. How to prepare for tomorrow's birthday. Step 1, survive. Step 2, make sure that the first step is done. Just not sure if that was artillery, rockets, but he heard something coming down.
Пацани, це брейк. Це брейк. Ага.
Guys, it's me. Break. It's not my trench. I should run further. You can stay here, basically. Bullets are firing. It was safe and comfortable in the air with Duggan, but I had to run into the field again under bullets to run to my fellows.
Дякую за гостинність, за чай.
Okay, thanks for your hospitality and the tea.
Підтримувати. Зв'язок. І час далі, пора й честь знати. Не можна стільки в гостях. Сидіти.
Sometimes it's better to stay.
В гостях добре, але вдома. Ну, побачимось. брейк. Ого! Мене лунка врятувала від вибуху. Я типу щекарем стрибнув.
Ти від снайпера тікав? По тобі пиздував
Ні,
снайпер?
ні, перед цим, типа, чергами.
Скажи, що брейк в нас.
А?
Вітер, скажи, що
Я вітер, брейк в нас, брейк в нас. Зашукалися, дрона підняли, щоб знайти.
Серйозно?
Тут ця хуйня стріляє нам по брустверу. Ми думали, що десь тебе підбив, коротше, ти десь там лежиш.
Ну це ж...
They got a machine gunner targeting them.
Один, або стрибаю і доповз. Але в сусідній окоп, типу там навіть мігбат.
Here you go. That's how you spend your birthday. Ukrainian soldiers show off captured equipment from Russians. Location unknown. These guys found some toys. Huge sniper rifle, AKs, another rifle. They got all the goodies out of there.
Погуляли, блядь. Скажи, підемо на річку, покупаємося.
I don't know what's in his right hand. Is that a radio?
Бать, заряджений, ля. Купаються, пацан. ПМ, ля. А ну дай.
That's some sort
Ти
of
що, сюди достав?
pistol? Anyways, there you go. Happy dudes. Interesting news article. GOP senator blocks arms sales to Hungary. So not directly related to, sort of, but basically, Senator James E. Risch basically blocked a $725 million arms sale to Hungary, or 735 to Hungary, because Hungary is blocking Sweden's ascension to NATO. So basically, he's saying they've met all of their obligations, and you're holding up a vote. And if you're going to hold up a vote, then we're going to hold up the arms sales. So no arms for you until you basically hold the vote and approve Sweden getting into NATO. So good on him. A Canadian senator was hit in Ukraine. And it wasn't a member of parliament either. It was the senator, the Rochelle Senator Armored Personnel Carrier. Come on. And it looks like it did its job. This guy looks pretty happy to be alive. So, looks like it, I'm not sure what it ran over. If it was an anti-tank mine, it definitely fared well, but it ran over something that took out the axle and both front tires. These are tough, brand new vehicles. They got over, I think it was 100 of them. You could see both tires were blown out. So, looks like it detonated almost dead under the engine block, but vehicle looks pretty intact other than the axle gone. Very cool. That was supposed to say Shahid drone. Shot. I messed that up anyways. This is a Shahid drone being taken down by small arms fire. Watch to the end. It's pretty cool. I kind of lost track of the angle and where the drone was, but you'll see it up in the air. Right there. See it? It's coming towards them. So you can see how big and slow moving they are, relatively speaking. And I think they hit it right about here. Maybe right about here. And then the camera's spinning around, so I have no idea which way we're looking. And then, boom. Came down in the field and blew up right in front of them. Very impressive to see one of those drones taken down by a bunch of AKs. It looks like there it is. And on its way down, boom. So that was a better angle. They sound happy. Oops. Okay, next up, Ukrainian M109 155mm self-propelled howitzer on the move. Just thought it's cool to see one of these M109s up close. And that camo is drippy. I just enjoy those SPGs. They're just beefy looking. I know I've seen them taken out by Lancets and stuff before, but they look tough. A well camouflaged Ukrainian Humvee survived a very near miss. This is an AT-5 rocket missile. Missile that did not detonate.
Наш HIMARS. І
Right there. Sunk into the ground right beside the tire.
Yes.
Very lucky, especially if someone was in there. Good old Russian dud. Explosion of a Russian truck with ammunition, as stated on remotely installed mine. Where is he? I think he's over there. Oh, yeah, there it is. Boom. That truck had some ammunition in it. Just incredible. Okay. Oops. Almost done. 3 more on this side, and then a little soldier homecoming. The condition of Russian ammunition being sent to the front line in Luhansk. This is no joke. This is what the Russians are sending into the Luhansk Oblast. And no, those are not caulking tubes. This is what showed up. No pallets, wet, disintegrating cardboard casings, some missing. Just, this is the ammo that they're getting in Luhansk. I like Ukrainians' chances. Footage from the temporarily occupied left bank of the Dnieper River. A Ukrainian assault drone Vampire is delivering humanitarian aid. This is delivering humanitarian aid to the Russian side because the Russians will not do it themselves, and they won't allow these people to evacuate. So here's the Vampire drone. It's going into this Kardashinka. These people have been here for a couple of days at least. I've seen them before. And so it's dropping basically an aid package in the water. Then they go and fish it out. Unwrap it on the table. See which supplies have been sent to them. There you go. It says drones can't do good do. The Netherlands will provide Ukraine with 4 Vera EG radar systems worth 150 million euro. So here is a picture of the radar system. And it looks very small. It's not. It's so it's a passive surveillance ESM tracker. PET Vera NG is the most advanced passive surveillance system utilizing the multilateration time difference of arrival principle. Got me. The unique system is designed for detection, localization, tracking, and identification of the air, ground, and naval targets, as well as exceptional pulse and continuous wave signal analysis. Vera NG supports cross-border, long-term, and long-range surveillance without altering neighboring nations. The system emits zero electromagnetic energy, making it quote, invisible, i.e. it sees without being seen. It also provides strategic ELINT, electronic intelligence information to collect, process, and evaluate the ESM data for a reference database. Vera NG, 6 decades of pioneering in the field of passive radio location. So these are as good as it gets. Invisible. Yeah, I'm not going to go into all that, but basically, if you want to look it up, the Vera NG, very, very cool. Great to park on the border, and I saw a reference that they have over 500 kilometer range, which is awesome. And last thing, just want to end off on something happy. This is basically the homecoming of a soldier. Maybe they recognize him. Yeah, is it him? It's him? It's him. That's what you're fighting for. Slava Ukraini. Have a good night, everyone.